So, hi everyone, welcome to Software Testing Zone. Our today's candidate is having 2.5 years of experience and she's working into manual and automation testing using Java and Selenium tech skills. She's from Bangalore, Karnataka. So, our today's interview is oriented towards like real-time questions on Java and Selenium. So, I hope this question and this interview will help you crack your own interviews. So do watch it till the end, and if you want me to take your interviews, please share your resume at testwithnitin@gmail.com. I hope you'll enjoy this interview. Thank you very much.
So, what are your day-to-day responsibilities?
They attending daily stand-up meeting and writing the sometime writing the test cases and the test script, executing those test cases and scripts, and reporting the bug to the developer. Once the developer fix the defect, I need to put the status as closed, and I need to perform the retesting also.
Okay. Where do you write test cases?
In Excel also, and sometimes I'm writing in Jira also.
Okay. So for Jira, do you use any extension?
No, no. Actually, I'm just writing in the Excel sheet, yeah, importing to the Excel. Sorry,
Okay.
importing to the Jira.
Importing to Jira. Okay. Okay. Can you share your screen? Okay. Can you open online Java compiler? Okay. So I'll be asking you to write some programs. If you know, just go ahead with it. If you don't know, just say pass so we can move to another question. Okay.
Sure. Okay.
Okay. So, do you know what is meant by palindrome string?
Yeah.
Okay. So, can you write a program to check if the string is palindrome or not?
Yeah, I will write. Palindrome means the given string and reverse string should be same. Then we can say that given string is palindrome.
Correct. In front of rev, you are using plus sign.
Yes.
Now it is.
Yes.
So here you have hard coded the string
Yes.
Gadag, right? If we
Yeah.
want to give input from a user, how can we do it?
Then I need to use scanner class.
Can you write a program for that?
Yes.
Where are we getting error?
Can
Scanner be equation
comment
external
cannot
system.
find.
Cannot find symbol.
Scanner spelling is correct only.
Yeah, your code is correct. I don't know why it's
Huh.
giving us a error. Okay, not a problem.
I need to import or what? I not use this online compiler.
I know. But your code is correct. That I can say.
Huh.
Okay. Declare another string. Let us say India is my country. We have to find a longest word in this sentence.
Okay.
Yeah, please write a program for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you want to use Eclipse, you can use that.
Mm.
Delete brackets in front of length. Okay.
Now it's actually I used array no here S1 is string of
Hmm.
array type, so it was showing it. But this is coming array out of one section.
If you are using string, it should be length brackets -1, right? If you are using array, it should be length without brackets -1.
But I used here.
Okay, you check this out later. We'll move to our next question.
This code is correct or not?
It seems correct, but I don't know why it's like
If we are using string, then we can use method, no?
right.
Even I am not using here equals. If I am using equals, then I can use -1. But no, don't know why it is not running. Okay, sure, I'll check later.
Okay. Can you open ClickBuzz website in your browser?
Okay.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah. Did you open the website?
Yeah, crickbuzz.com.
Yeah, I think your screen is froze. Can you reshare it?
Okay. Now is it visible?
Yeah, it's visible. So you
Okay.
see below every match there is a schedule button or a schedule link, right?
Couldn't hear.
Yeah. Can you see the schedule link below every match?
Schedule. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So you have to find XPath of this schedule link without using
Okay.
indexes. Can you do that?
For all the thing or only first one?
No, second one. Second schedule.
Second one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you tell me like what will be your approach?
Yeah, I got one of one matching.
Hmm.
First, mm, first I use the scheduled text. That is, A contains it's having some space, so I have used contains method, and
Hmm.
text is the what can I say? It is a type of XPath in that is XPath by text method. And next I used slash double dot means we are going to the parent class. Next
Okay.
we can't go to the any parent, we can just move to the immediate parent, so I am
Hmm.
using dot dot. And next after that I used one super parent, that is 8 tag, and here we are having a title that is I have used this Sri Lanka versus Netherlands super something.
Okay. So have we reached the schedule or
Yeah, yeah. Oh, no.
this is still selecting total window, right?
Yeah, yeah. Give me a minute. I will.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it's work.
Okay. Good. Some more questions for you. Like, have you used hoops concept in your project?
Yes.
Can you tell me where did you use that?
In POM classes we are using abstraction. That is, we are giving the implementation and hiding the implementation and giving the functionality in the child class. That is, then the creation of the POM classes we are just hiding the locators and we are using it in the child classes uh, just we are using the reference variables like that, and
Okay.
inheritance from the one class to another classes we want to inherit the properties, so we are using inheritance also.
Okay. Now,
And
it's
sometimes all the
it's
oops concept we are using polymorphism also, what can I say, for the select clause we are using the polymorphism select by id like that.
mm-hmm. Okay. So, do you use a thread dot sleep or waits?
Sometimes thread dot sleep also and wait also.
So, is it good idea to use thread dot sleep? Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Huh?
Is it good practice to use thread.sleep?
Actually, it's easy, but we can't use thread or sleep because it will increase the code of the line. Because if you want to wait for sometimes for clicking on one web element, and if you want to wait, then we need to use thread or sleep again. Again, for means for every line we want to wait, then we need to use the thread or sleep. So it will increase the code line of the code.
Okay.
Yeah.
It will also increase your execution time, because
Yeah.
for
Yes.
thread.sleep, whatever amount of time we have given, it will wait for that particular amount of time, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Have you used any type of collection?
Yes, we are using set and list.
Where did you use?
Oh, yes, sure, I will tell. Means if we are going with the find elements method, we need to use the list collections because it will allow the duplication also. Whereas like for finding the session ID, we are using get window handles. Then we are using the set collection because it will not allow the duplicate values. So set and list we are using.
Okay. Have you handled stale element exception?
Yes, sometimes.
How can we handle it?
By using for loop and for each loop we are using, and after that we need to use break statement.
Okay. What is stale element exception, by the way?
Okay. A stale element exception means whenever we are going with the page loading scenarios, like in itself page it should refresh. Like if we are going with the Google, and it is refreshing the that page only, so it will, we can expect that stale element reference mainly for the refreshment of the page.
Okay. How can we validate broken links on the web page?
Broken links.
Yeah.
Actually, I heard, but I unable to recall that thing.
Or what we can say, like we have photos on web page, right? Like if you open Amazon, there are number of photos of products.
Yes.
So how can we validate those photos? Those are attached with broken links. That's why I asked that broken link question.
Broken link means dynamic elements.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, how I need to handle the dynamic elements is your question.
Yes.
Okay, so dynamic element means this will be go on changing. So we can't go with the dynamic element. First, we need to identify the common parent for dynamic and static element. After that, we need to use forward traversing from the parent to that dynamic web element.
Okay. Next is what is the difference between compile and runtime exception?
Yeah, okay. Compile time exception means we can handle before the execution, like it will give that um, during the compilation only. And the runtime exception means it will not give any error, but while we are running it will occur that exception. Like just now we face array bound out of index exception.
Exception.
And for the compile time exception I can give, if we are using thread or sleep, then it will give some throws exceptions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And what I was asking, what is checked exception then?
Checked exception means nothing but whenever before the execution, the compiler will get to know the what type of exception. Like if we are using file in the file we are using some what can I say? If in the file class we are using some path, if it is it will show file not found exception during the before the execution only. And unchecked exception means compiler unaware about the exception, it will throw the exception after the execution. Example is that one only, array bound value index out
Okay.
of it.
Now, let us say we are having one drop down which is having 10 elements.
Okay.
Okay, and you have to select second last, means ninth number element you have to select. How can we
Huh.
do that?
Okay. Then if the text is visible, we can go with the mm, select by text. If it is no index means the starting will be the zero, end will be the
Hmm.
last. And if you are going with the last but one means last minus one. Select
Hmm.
uh, select by index last minus one.
Okay, so can we directly use? Is there a method like last minus one? What are you saying? We'll have to provide an index, right?
Yes, yes. Last
Okay,
method, I think it is there, but never use that one. But I have means the method is there. I think so, according to my knowledge.
okay.
Yeah.
And will it work if the element is not visible?
Sorry, can you
Will
repeat?
this work if the element is not visible? Like whenever you are clicking on the drop down, only five elements are visible. Other five are under the shadow. You have to scroll and then you can see it. So will this method work?
It will work because it is going to the check that drop down only whether it will.
Hmm.
I think it will work.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. So it will go for the last element and then it will minus one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What is meant by listeners?
Listeners, okay. Listeners are mainly used to record the means it will check for the failed test cases. It will
Hmm.
help us to which the those are test cases are failed. We can identify using the listeners.
Okay. And which particular listener we use for that? Do you know?
I listeners.
Okay. If I have to take screenshot, do we have any listener for that?
Yeah, we are having that listener. Um, mm,
I test listener.
yes, I test listeners.
Okay. Uh, then what are different annotations we are having in TestNG?
Yeah, before suit, after suit, and before method, before class, after method, after class. One more is test suit, after test.
Okay. Last but not the least, have you faced any critical defect in your project?
Yes, sometimes means I have faced that critical defect. Like sometimes in the during the login page, due to the means in smoke testing, I need to check for the critical and basic features in the
Hmm.
in the login page. I am entering the valid username and valid password and clicking on the login button. It not going to the home page, it's going to the blank page. It is not allowing me to the test only, so it is a blocker defect or critical.
And how did you handle it?
I tried with the even for the first I tried with the valid username and valid password. After that, I checked for the valid username and invalid, and again invalid. In all the cases, it's showing to the blank page only. Then
Hmm.
I communicated with the developer, and I have shared that all the things, and he fixed that defect, and it allowed me to the further testing.
Okay. Okay, Vijay Lakshmi, that's it from my side for
Yeah.
today's interview. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, I want to know about my feedback. How was my interview?
You are really good today. On programming side, it was really good. Only the
Yeah.
program was not did not work. I'll also have to check on that program. You also check
Okay, okay. I will
for
check. I will check.
yeah, that longest word in sentence.
Yeah.
Other, you have answered all your questions correctly. So I think if this was the real interview, you would have been selected already.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So next time, if you are okay, we can have a interview schedule, and that will be based on collections only.
Sure. Means whenever I prepared, I will just ping you. You can take me that interview.
Sure, sure. So that will be on collections.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Purely on that. So that will
Actually,
help
I want
you.
to say thank you so much because in your busy schedule also you are giving time for like me people means you